Baking sweetbread with Ed Bozzo.
Hey everyone, my name is Ed Bozzo, the owner and head baker of SanRemo Bakery. This year we've temporarily closed our doors so that we can help flatten the curve.
I love baking, especially in a state-of-the-art kitchen. I love baking things like colomba, pastieri di grano, mini egg donuts, Easter cookies, Easter cake, mini egg croissants, mini egg cupcakes, cakes. Also, did I mention mini egg donuts?
Although we know Easter's not going to be the same this year, we have something in the works. That'll be coming really soon. As we know that the Cuculi or the Easter bread is a staple in the Italian family. So this year, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make it, I'm going to teach you how to make it, and at the end of it, let's see how yours looks and let's see how mine looks.
This recipe we're about to make yields 6 to 8 knot buns. You're going to need 2 pounds of strong unbleached flour, 4 ounces of sugar, a pinch of salt, 100 grams of unsalted butter, 2, maybe 3 eggs, depends on the size, medium to large, 250 milliliters of milk, 1.5 ounces of fresh yeast, 1 orange zest, a half to 1 teaspoon of rum flavor, 1 teaspoon of lemon flavor, and a bucket full of patience. Now keep in mind, everyone, when making this recipe, the dough might be a little bit harder, it might be a little bit softer. Use a little bit of judgment when adding liquid. The recipe I'm using, the one I'm giving you, requests 250 milliliters of milk. However, some flours are a little bit different, so keep that in mind. If it's a small orange, you can use the whole skin. Get a zester or a grinder, and you just shave it right into the dry ingredients.
We're going to prepare all the dry ingredients in the bowl first.
Your flour, your sugar, your salt, your yeast. Put the mixture on first speed and let it blend slowly. Once the mixer's in first speed, add the butter, the milk, and the eggs. Put the mixture on second speed for 6 to 7 minutes. Then put the mixer on third speed and mix the dough till it's fully developed. You can usually tell when it stops sticking to the side of the bowl. But the end result, your dough should look like this. Okay? If you pull a little piece of dough apart, you should be able to make a window. That tells you the dough has reached its full development. Now your dough is at the consistency you want it. Leave it. This is what your dough should look like. Half an hour to 45 minutes after mixing time. Okay, so now we're going to give a nice dusting of flour on the table. This is exactly what it is. If you have a scale, I would suggest cutting each piece between 3 and 6 ounces. Totally up to you. I'm going to do about 6 ounces. So about this big. Okay, once you get the dough and it's cut, we're gonna round it. Put it in the palm of your hand and fold it. Like so, and you should end up with 2 similar sized balls. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for another maybe 10-15 minutes. Leave them on the counter. Once again, cover them with a damp cloth so they don't dry. The next step is to roll them out. Roll out the balls into short strands or short strips. Not too long. And we're just gonna roll them like this and once again let it rest. And this should rest for approximately, I would say at least 10 minutes. Once that rests, then that's when the fun begins and we start braiding. Okay, so basically this is what your counter should look like right about now. Now that you've rolled them out, we're gonna roll them out again even longer. Let it rest for a few seconds. So you roll out 2 to 3 pieces at a time. So right here is 3. Now, this is the basic knot. Make it look like an upside down U. Cross it, and then flip it over. And you should get a knot. So we'll do this again. Upside down U, cross the legs, flip it over into a knot position. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Cross the legs, flip it over, wrap it under, and you have your knot. That's one you can do. Once again, we'll start rolling out a few more just to give the dough a chance to relax. This one is more traditional for Easter because of its shape. You're basically just gonna cross it twice, and in this hole, you're gonna place an egg, a boiled egg. So once again, just cross it twice, and that's what that should look like. And the third one we're gonna do is we're gonna, once again, roll it out, let it rest. Let it rest. So the more you roll, the better it is. And this would be just your typical 3 braid. So pinch the end nice and tight, like you're skipping a rope. And that's that. Try that one again. So the nice thing about the 3 braid is after it's braided and you let it rest, you can pull it a little bit and you can make a wreath with it. But if you have a family at home with lots of kids, I strongly advise the knot. It makes a perfect size bun. Okay, now once they're proofed, or they're a nice size, ready for the oven, we'll wash them with a little bit of eggs. You can use just eggs or eggs and milk. And generous serving of sugar on top. Once they're molded into the desired shape, place them on a baking tray with parchment paper. Let sit for about 20 minutes and they're ready to bake. We're going to bake them at about 345 degrees for about 25 minutes. This is what mine looks like. Now let's see what yours looks like. Tag SanRemo Bakery and win a $50 gift card. Good luck everyone and happy Easter.